Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank y'all so much for stopping by today. Wait, I'm gonna have to change this uh, holder because I thought it was gonna let me go horizontal, but it's not. It's only letting me go vertical. But shout out to the NTZ crew. I know y'all on here. Jacob Beach, Jacob John J. Michael Beach of Life. Shout out to all my members, man. I really appreciate y'all and your support. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. There you go. Can y'all see me? Am I on here? Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. There's Kaz. What's up? What's up, Jeffrey Tatter? All my old heads, if you all here, thank y'all so much for all your support. Any new viewers and subscribers? There's Matt. You in Alabama still? And anybody catching this on live stream? The peso is 58.43. You know, that's still a great rate, man. I mean, it really is. I'm glad it's staying around that. If you're over here in the Philippines and you're on your way, man, you need to be cashing in some of them chips. What's up, Jabrash? You still in the Philippines, man? Strange Ways, what's up? Yeah, we can see you. Okay, thank y'all. You know, we always have a topic. The topic is the Philippines the holy land for losers, or is it a great place to retire for the right people? Or both? We're going to talk about that. You know, I've been seeing a lot of videos, you know, passport bros, I believe, have been under attack since they came into existence. Or anybody that travels overseas now, they're going to call you a loser. You can't make it in your country and all that stupid stuff. But remember, what's up, Martin? This is your live stream. I promise you, man, we'll talk about anything y'all want to talk about. Of course, the elections tonight. I was able to get my vote in. I voted electronically. Thank you, Derek Casanaras, for sending me that link. I put it on my community page for anybody overseas who wanted to vote. I mean, this is it, really. It's getting down. I mean, today is November 5th here. It's still November 4th in America. I just vote because of the sacrifice, man, made for people like me to vote in America. It's really not going to change anything. I mean, the things that I'm really concerned about are still going to be the same. I don't care what administration gets in there. And that's what disappoints me about our system. You know, we just don't, it's not for the people, by the people anymore. But that's all I say about that. I know y'all watching those football games. What's up? Too much time on my hands, 65. That's Kevin, man. Because some guy said, well, what channels you watch over there? I said, I watch Kevin's channel. Because he's not always talking about dating. You know, most of these channels, man, that's all they talk about is dating, man. As if that's the only reason to be over here. Y'all saw my video that I just released today. I'm over here for the cost of living now. And women are in my rear view mirror, man. Okay? I can't afford to live in America. I'm just being honest with you. It's not that I don't love America and I don't love my family and friends and I don't miss a lot of things over there. I just can't afford to live there, man. Sorry. He said, hey, man, you getting any ashes from that volcano that erupted? I'm not. We're far enough away, Kevin. Filipina in the 400 said, God bless your day. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Sam McCall? But yeah, that's why I made that video today. I like people to really be thinking about their lives, man. I like to have real life conversations. The hell with dating and all that. You know what to do over here, man. To get on a damn dating site, you're going to get a damn woman. That's the least you got to worry about. I say it for the 10,000th time, the millionth time. Y'all making it too complicated. I understand guys use that for content. I'm not going to knock them for it. If it works, then work it. But we spend far too much time on that, man. That's a no-brainer. Kevin will tell you that. That's a no-brainer. Okay? There's enough women over here willing to tolerate you for a price. Yeah, the dollar's strong over here. Yeah, say I'm gonna cost 61,000 and climb and winning. Yeah, thanks, man. That's why I said I'm at a quandary right now. I'm getting ready to turn 62, man. Do I take my Social Security at 62? Or do I keep YouTubing? If the YouTube channel is YouTubing, why not keep going instead of, letting it mess with my benefits? Because, once the government starts fooling with your benefits, it's hard to get that back. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. He said, I made it to my country. That's why I can live where I'm treated best. That's a great point. He said, glad to see expats voting. Yeah, I believe a lot of us vote, believe it or not. I mean, because you can't vote over here, Edward, and you don't pay taxes over here. So, that's why I see a lot of people complaining about the Philippines, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Mind your own business. That's what I tell them. You don't vote over here. You don't pay taxes. Just be quiet, man. He said, so you're saying get my pesos now while the rate is high? Yeah. You don't know if it's up because of the election or not. It's like the gas prices used to do before I left America. 1 minute it's a certain price, then the next time it's down, then it's up. He said, Frank Ellis said Harris is going to win. Well, I don't know, man. I've been watching the 2016 election because, remember they always tell you this is the most important election. Every election is the most important election. And I'm saying to myself, man, if Hillary Clinton can't beat Trump, what makes you think this lady's going to beat Trump? And I think unless people are just saying, look, we've had enough of Trump and just come out in droves and vote him out. I don't know, man. It just doesn't really matter, guys. The war in Gaza is still going to keep going on. The blockade, that embargo in Cuba is still going to be going on, guys. I'm sorry. The Ukraine is still going to be going on. There's nothing really going to change, man. That's all I'm saying. Hey, what's up, Paul Stanley? Thanks for that super chat. He said, keep YouTubing. I am, man. I appreciate you. Hey, and everybody, I want y'all to, support Paul, man. He's coming back on here. He'll be back on here. Sunday. But, I'm going to tell him not to bring his wife on here. Because, man, we don't take any prisoners, man. It's just YouTube. Don't let your guard down, man. People, they go for the juggler, man. They'll have you and your wife in divorce court. He said, go Eagles. Yeah, I see that play he made. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Bill Poland, see, this is the other thing about America I don't like. We don't ever want to say we're wrong. He was wrong about Lamar Jackson. But has he come forward and said, I was wrong, telling that man to switch to wide receiver? He's probably the best quarterback that I've ever seen. Certainly nobody does what he does, but, they only going to, rate you by having Super Bowls you win. That's bullshit, too. Football is a team sport. All the sports is a team sport. What's up, Jacob Chanja? He said, we'll be back on the wheel Wednesday regardless of the outcome. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. You better pay your bills, whoever you supporting, and if they win, you can grin and cheese for a few days. You better pay them damn bills still. You better go back to work. You don't get a free pass. Rashad Smith, what's up? He said, I'd rather be considered a loser than to risk having my babies deleted. Philippines and DR top on my list come 25-26. Yeah, it's good to have choices, man. I'm here, number one, because I don't want to live in low-income housing in America. I don't want to live that kind of lifestyle over there that I would have to live on about $3,000 per month. I'm sorry, man. You know, you scraping by over there in 2024. I don't want that. But, you know, you make your bed, you got to lie in it. So I'm in the Philippines living comfortably. And if you want to call me a loser for that, then wait till you better hope your investments is right. You better hope you got a sound financial plan, because most people don't. We come from a consumer-driven society. Like I said, did your volcano erupted? No, the emissions are up. I don't know what Kevin was talking about. There's so many volcanoes over here, man. Yeah, Beach of Life is regulating. Edward says, in think cost of living is main reason after relationship would be icing on the cake. Blessing till you keep it real. Yeah, man, we spend too much time, you know, but that's what the armchair bros and the barbershop bros want to talk about. So you got to give the people what they want, or you're not going to last on YouTube. That's what I was telling Paul when I interviewed him. You got to give the people what they want, man. If they want to talk about Filipinos and relationship, well, you better give it to them. Certainly until you get established. Otherwise, you don't have a leg to stand on. That's why you see a lot of these new channels. They got the memo. Talk about what Filipinos like and what they don't like, where to meet the best Filipinos and all that. You know, I've been around long enough to say that's bullshit, but remember, YouTube is on a revolving cycle, man. There's new people, even, trust me, I've been on here over 4 years. There's new people just now finding my channel. So you got to talk about stuff. You got to talk about stuff that's relative, you know, that's relevant. And dating's at the top of the list. Men want to be reassured. Now, they want to be assured, reassured, reassured over and over that they're going to get a woman when they get over here. Well, I'm going to reassure you today. Yes, she's going to be younger, more attractive than the woman that you are dealing with over there. But it's going to cost you. They tolerate us for a price. It's not free. You better have enough money. That's the conversation we'll be having now. Do I have enough money to keep this woman? Believe it or not. Because a precedent has already been set. You see what happened to the guy I was telling you about? I can't think of his YouTube channel. I think it's Retired in the Philippines. His name is Joe. He's a good guy. He's got a big following, man. People like his live streams and stuff. And, you know, they like watching his day-to-day thing. But his wife left him, man, for somebody else with more money. She's like, dude, you know, he's living like she was living before. Isaac Patterson says, I met my Filipino online. We're married now, and I have zero regrets. Best decision, best woman I've ever made. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. So why we keep talking about it, Isaac? If you did it and everybody else did, I did it. I'm never really, any man over here who wants a woman has a woman. Okay, and it's not in some fairy land somewhere like Mike from Canada, thinking women are going to be at the airport lined up with flowers. Every man over here has a woman who wants a woman. How many times I got to tell you that? It's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to boast about. You better have a pension. You better have some kind of money. You better be able to raise her standard of living, or then you ain't got nothing coming. They don't want you for your looks and intelligence. Jabraz said, I was posting $1,500 in rent in Raleigh. That would cover all my monthly expenses in the Philippines. Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm going to admit, guys, I did not save enough for my retirement. I'm not ashamed to say it now. But at the time I retired in 2018, I was beat up, man. I was mentally and physically drained. I couldn't work another day. And I didn't think it all the way through. I just knew there was a place I could come to where that 17,000 or whatever it was I had and that 1,900 a month was going to give me the break I needed. But now that I've healed and I'm back on track, I don't think you should retire because you're tired of working. I don't think that's a good enough reason. I'm just telling you. He said rule number 1 is the key. It is, man. He said Trump, USA. I'm going to tell you something, man. If y'all really want to watch something interesting, go back and watch that 2016 election cycle. And they'll tell you, everybody wrote Trump off, man. He didn't have a chance. I mean, they thought he was a clown, man. It's so little. I tell you, man, this mainstream media, man, is full of shit. You know, and the establishment. He hit a vein over there with a lot of America. I mean, imagine, man, they looked at this guy as a clown. Go on there, man. It's very interesting. Watch that 2016. They didn't give him a chance in hell. Now, did he make a big difference? Not really, guys. Y'all know he didn't. But you know, that's just what it is. It is what it is. But they surely were wrong. Okay? But nobody wants to apologize. They're never going to apologize. But yeah, I didn't save enough money, and I hope you have enough money. I hope you have enough money because it controls a lot of the decisions. A lot of decisions I make are based on the fact that I don't have enough money in retirement, but I'm happy as hell, but I just don't have enough money. I mean, you know, that's just how it is. And that's why, you know, I really, when it comes time for me to get my Medicare, man, you know, I got some hard decisions to make, but really not that hard. I'm just not going to live outside the United States full time. I'm not going to be able to. If you think retiring without enough money is a problem, imagine retiring without enough money with no health insurance. You put that on top of it. Because that's one of the, you know, retiring early has its perks, man. Don't get me wrong. You physically, mentally, you know, you're still young, you know, you can appreciate life a little bit more. You can take advantage of a lot of things younger that you're not going to be able to older. But there's a lot of, you know, problems that can come with retiring early. Money is one of them. Healthcare is one of them. You're going to get bored. You better have a damn plan. If you're talking about retiring early, man. You know, everybody thinks retirement, I'm going to kick back, relax, and enjoy life. Yeah, if you've planned correctly, which most people haven't. But they're not going to tell you that they didn't. They're not going to tell you that they didn't. He said, rule number 1, yeah, here's the key. What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Bill? He said, I love your program. Thank you, man. Something else I talked about between our live streams was love in the fast lane. Will only get you nowhere fast. Over here, we skip, you know, because we always talk about dating. We skip the dating over here. There is no dating in the Philippines. You skip that. You skip the getting to know her part and getting to know each other part. You go straight to the good part. You jump off the plane fucking. You know, I'll worry about her personality later. I'll worry about the family later. I'll worry about everything else later. Man, that's a bad decision. I'm not going to lie to do that. But that's what we do. We skip over all of that. And then you end up paying for it. I don't know why I'm not seeing. Let me see. I'm not seeing my messages. Oh, okay. I need to see all of them. There it is. I hit something, man. I don't know what I did. I wasn't seeing my messages. Yeah, Kaz. He said, we speed running relationships over here. Matakui says, if I ever get a maid, she better be 50 years old or else I'll ask her to clean something else. Yeah. That's another thing, man. Our maid is 60. She turned 60. What's up? He said, hey, brother, what is your name? I'm new here. I'm Calvin. Jacob Tanjay says, speed kills. Dallas Morris says, Kamala already won. My people in the office going to make sure she wins. Sorry. Well, we don't really care. That's going to change. You better go to work in your office on Wednesday. Okay? That's all I'm saying. It's not going to change anything. The president of the United States, they got us diverted, distracted with women's rights and all that, abortion and all that, man. The president has nothing to do with that. That's the Supreme Court and the courts and all of that. But they'll have you thinking that they know good and well, no matter who gets in there, the Israel-Palestine situation is going to be the same. Cuba's going to be the same. All of that's going to be the same. Ukraine is going to be the same. All right? Don't fool yourself. The military-industrial complex is still the same. The United States is still going to be a bully, whoever it is. I'm just telling you the truth, man. So, you can fool yourself. Yeah, he said straight from the plane to the altar. I mean, we make every mistake like we would never make over there. But we'll talk more about that today. And then the video, I said, stay home if you're looking for a miracle here. There's no miracles going on here, guys. Unless you think it's a miracle that a young, attractive woman who is in dire need of financial help will marry you. That's not a miracle. Okay? That's not a miracle. There's no miracles over here. If you had a stroke and you come to the Philippines, you're still going to be stroking. They're not going to cure you over here. We're coming to the Philippines like it's a holy land. People on their wheelchairs, crutches, blind, they can't hear. They got cancer. There ain't none of that happening over here. You're just going to have that with a woman beside you that you're paying for. That's all. If you got stage 4 pancreatic cancer, you're just going to have a young woman there to the end. That's the good thing about it. It's a lot of reasons to love this place, man. But if you're looking for a miracle, you're in the wrong place. I hate to be the one to break the bad news, but I am. Okay. What's up, Tom Cook? Brad Jam Rock. He said even Trump's buddy, Jeffrey Epstein, said he was shocked Trump won. Yeah, I mean, the odds against him, it was a phenomenon in 2016 because no other person would have been able to overcome, even now, the shit that Trump's been able to overcome. That grab him by the pussy, man, that would have destroyed any other candidate. But Trump was like, fuck it, man, I'm going on with it. And plus, he was running against Clinton. He could, he played that to the point. He said, oh, it was just words with me. Your husband was actually raping women. See, he knew what buttons to push. But just like now, look at all the stuff on his resume, man. And he's still, on the verge of being elected again. It's impossible. This is what I don't like about America, man. They got some, it's something, we're just in love with celebrities and with rich white men. Let's just be honest, man. That's all it is with Trump. He don't open nothing else, man. He didn't do nothing else. He didn't build the wall. And Kamala Harris is not going to do any different. But we just got, that celebrity worship Who gives a damn about P. Diddy? If he did all the shit, the crime that they said, let his ass rot in jail. But if he didn't, give him a fair trial. But we're infatuated with celebrities over there. That's a big deal about it. He said, you don't have any investments, Cal? Absolutely not. I'm not going to be, I sold my investments in the 90s. I'm just trying to be honest. And a lot of people watching me, Frank, don't have investments. They're just not going to tell you that. Everybody's got this great plan, but you still slaving on that damn hamster wheel. You got so much damn money. I get real on my channel, man. I ain't got time for the bullshit, man. Life is too short, man. It goes by too quick. All that pretending and shit, man. It's another thing. We lie too much over there. Give a fuck about that, man. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't save enough money. I made a bed. I'm going to lie in it. I'm going to make it work, though. But I'm going to sit there and lie, oh, yeah, I got Bitcoin and I got Microsoft and all that. Bullshit. Okay? Most people got that 401k and, you know, and all of that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm financially illiterate. No one taught me that stuff. It wasn't something I was worried about until it was too late. I like to have real life conversations, though, because it makes somebody else think. It's okay to admit, you know, you made some mistakes, man. I'm not sitting up here perfect. Okay? But everybody now has all these investments. When you tell them, I ain't got investment, now everybody's got this great financial plan. Remember, the number one thing men lie about is their financial status. Okay? That's the number one thing we lie about. Ain't got shit to prove to nobody, man. I'm trying to help somebody. When you live out loud, when you live truthfully, man, you can sleep at night. What's up, Dolan May? He said, bricks, bro. Yeah, everybody's got the answer now. No, good and damn well you lying. You don't have a percentage of what you say you got. Yeah, he said, that's right, and Elon Musk will still be rich no matter what. All of that policy over there it's never changed. It doesn't matter who the president is. We've got some policies in effect that imperialism, it's going to stay intact, man. America's not letting that go, man. We're a bully around the world, man, because we got that big military. It's our way or the highway. I told you on the video, they just had a vote to end the embargo in Cuba, which isn't working. It's only making the people's lives over there miserable. Black people, by the way. Black people. Okay, let's be honest about that. Ain't shit working. It hasn't made a difference with the government. It hasn't made a difference with the leaders. You just starving babies and children to death over there. 187 countries. Everybody on the planet said end it. Only 2 damn countries. The United States and Israel. With that bullshit, man. Ain't got time for that. Don't matter who the president's going to be tonight over there. Tomorrow over there. That same shit's going to still be happening. They're still going to be starving babies over there. You know, let's be honest, okay? A rhino in the Philippines says, I went through 3 years as a friend with my Filipina in 3 relationships before we were even attached. Knowing all with an OFW. Now we are one. She is 58 and I'm 61 soon. Yeah, it's not impossible. I don't know why people think it's so hard to meet a woman here. It's not. It's easier to meet a woman here than probably anywhere you've ever been simply because of the circumstances. The circumstances do everything for you, a rhino in the Philippines. It's not like you're some type of fantastic man. Okay, it's first come, first serve over here. That's what it is. I'm sorry to break anybody's bubble, but that's what it is. He said OFWs are a great choice. Well, they can be. He said Hillary was the wrong woman. But I'm just saying, she's a politician though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She could stand toe to toe with Trump, and she knew all that, and I guess the people just didn't want that, but hell, what are they getting with Kamala Harris? She's certainly not the right one, man. She's 4 years. She needs more seasoning. That's why I'm saying, if she wins tonight, I'll be really shocked. That'll be a bigger shock to me than when Trump won in 2016. If this woman wins tonight, because for her to win, people are just going to be like, I'm done with the political system in America. Okay? It would shock me more than I promise you, than when Trump won in 2016. When I woke up that next morning, Trump had won, I couldn't believe it. First of all, I couldn't believe when he was the Republican nominee, let alone the president of the United States. It's going to be the same with this Kamala Harris, man. She may be the weakest presidential candidate I've seen since, what's the guy who was the vice president for Carter and Reagan beat him in the biggest landslide ever. Just wiped, the map with this fool. What was his name? You can't even remember his name. I can't. What's up, retired 2019? Ryan Lawson said, Cal, two things I think are the reason guys rush into these relationships. They don't know how much time they have left. And if Trump gets in, look out, he will affect Social Security for sure. Well, I don't know. I just know that we do. It would be a good thing to know why we do it. Why we come over here and make all the mistakes we try to avoid not making in our home country. We make every mistake over here. We do not know these women, guys, Is she going to kill you? Like the 30-year-old woman and her ex-lover killed the Japanese American Cebu back in December. Huh? She asked the man he promised he was going to give her 112,000 pesos. No, 120,000 pesos. Gave her 60,000, and they killed him, man, over that. Because he didn't know the woman. They started chatting in April, and guess what? He's dead in October or December. No, he came over in October. They got married in October. He was dead in December. You don't know. You don't know who you're marrying. Okay? Because we can't wait. It's like, what are you rushing for? And why do you think marriage is the solution? See, that's the problem that I have with a lot of men coming over here. As old as we ought to know better that nothing outside of you is going to fix you. Okay, happiness comes from within. If something's wrong with you, you got to fix it. It's going to come from you, not money, not a woman, not material things that we always look for, not drugs and alcohol and any other shit we use to fix us. But we come over here 60, 70, 80 years old, thinking some woman's gonna fix us. She can't fix her damn self. She has no special powers. If she did, she would use it to fix her situation, not you. They're tolerating us for a price. Take it or leave it. I don't care what these other vloggers are telling you. These young, attractive women are with your old, crusty ass because you old and crusty. You're crazy, man. He said innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, that's right. He said president appoints Supreme Court justice. That's right. But how many Supreme Court justices are up to be appointed, Brian Nichols, during this election? That's the power he has. Yeah, but how many are up for appointment? None of your business. Say, hey, Cal, do you feel it is a man's best interest to educate his Filipino about his finances or to operate singularly? Well, hell, Are you married? If you're not, why in the world would you disclose that type of information with a woman? Okay, as long as I'm paying the bills, lady, you don't worry about what's in my bank account. Don't worry about how much my pension is or how much my paycheck is. It's none of your damn business. It's none of your business. None of your business. None of your business. Now, when you marry, that's a different situation. You become one now, hopefully you're on the same page. He said, look, man, this is what we got to work with. I'm not getting you an iPhone Pro Max 16 now with all the AI features and all that. But yeah, you need to keep that stuff to yourself because she's with you for the money anyway. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And we can argue all you want about that. These young women in the prime of their life are not with you old and crusty men, me included, because we're old and crusty. Hey, Kevin Strong, thanks for that super chat. He said, I just saw your video about not saving enough money. You are a rare human being to admit such things and not see yourself as a victim. Much happiness and continued good health. Well, thank you, man. That's just, I was raised like that, Kevin. I don't think it's it's nothing to hide. Because I'm not by myself. The experts who do all the research and stuff, they know that Americans, we don't even save 5% of our income. Majority of us. They know what they're talking about. They said the number 2 worries for Americans 60 and over in America, they didn't save enough money and they took Social Security too soon because they didn't even know that the longer you wait to get Social Security, the more money you get. Now imagine that. I knew that. But a lot of us don't know that. We're financially illiterate. All we're doing is working. We hope we got a 401 and we contribute into it. The days of having a pension, from your job are over with. And as you get older, you're more skeptical to invest because you're not working anymore. You can't get that money back. Forbes said 1 in 6 people are going back to work because of they don't have enough money. So why would I even lie about that? I retired at 55. I already told y'all my story. I had about 17,000. At that time, I had about 1,900 in renewals. But if my YouTube channel is still YouTubing, I'm going to have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't want them fooling with my Social Security because, you're going to have hell getting it back right because they're only going to know when you file taxes. Okay, when you're a 1099. Now, they'll know immediately if you're still working on the hamster wheel. But if you're 1099, they're not going to know till you file taxes. And then, boom, your Social Security screwed all up. And then you got to go through you got to prove that you're still not working and all that to get everything back. I just don't want to go through all that. Truth Serum says, do you think they will put an international DNA database in place for single mothers abroad to charge men that are hiding? I'm not sure. It's not just men who are absent parents and aren't paying child support. My brother raised his 3 sons. He didn't get not 1 penny of child support. The courts over there, they're just in favor of women. It's just unbalanced. When I finally got custody, I can say this. When I finally got custody of my 2 youngest daughters, and, they stopped my child support, they, stopped my arrearage, the woman did ask me. She said, do you want child support? And I knew the woman didn't have nothing. I said, no, I just want her to leave me alone. I don't want, she don't have nothing. But anybody who's hiding and having babies, I don't want nothing to do with them anyway. Those are the type of people I deal with, Truth Serum. You know, I don't want that. Yeah, Ron Ross, on the job training. Retard 2019 says, I made plenty of financial mistakes. It happens. Yeah, you know, coming from where I came from, man, we're robbing Peter to pay Paul. We're working paycheck to paycheck. You know, we're stacking up, you know, you're living above your means. It's just a fact. That's just how it is. Some people, you know, they break that cycle. But most people don't, man. They just work a job for 40 years and hope and pray you got something coming from the job. Okay, that's just how it is. You know, it's not any much financial planning. Yeah, he says, I got 401k to start up in the PI. Yeah. You know, that'll help. But see, they were talking to people in the article. Read these articles, man. They're very informative. Well, the lady, okay, she's 78 now. When she retired, she thought she had enough, but hell, they're living so long, and now I think she gets 1,500 Social Security. I think she's down to like 35,000 in savings. You know, and she said, I can't do nothing over here. I'm afraid to spend my money. Yeah, he said, we all be lying about our bag and our dicks. Yeah, Michael Beach of Life, you're right. But that's one thing to me. The number one thing is our financial status, our relationship status, our dick status. You know, 3 things men lie about the most, man. You know, like people really care. They really don't care. Yeah, men lie about what body count. Yeah, relationship status. He said, anybody seen Geechee, man? Well, I know he's got a girlfriend now. That might have something to do with it. I know he's got a girlfriend now. What's up, David McDermott? What's up, I Love LaChon? Oh, that's right. The clocks did go back, didn't it? Maverick said it's the Holy Land for losers who did not plan for their later life and made major mistakes in life, maybe marriage or divorce, but to each his own. Well, I wouldn't call people a loser. You know, like I said, Maverick, if I was a business and I did the same thing I did, you know, hey, I'm going out, either if I stay in business in America, I'm going to go bankrupt. But if I go to the Philippines where labor costs are lower, cost of doing business is lower, but guess what? The profits are higher. Now you're going to look at me, oh, he's a genius to keep your business going. I am my business, Maverick. See, that's all I'm saying, but you can't call me a loser. I'm not a loser. I don't care what you think. Remember, I don't give a damn what you think. You can call me a loser. It's not what you call me, it's what I answer to. See? I'm living comfortable over here. Comfortably over here. Do you think I want to go to one of them damn senior citizen high rises? They're warehousing people. Trust me, that's my business. Those were my clients. I knew a long time ago I didn't want that. Okay? And I'm not going to give up until I die. It's not over till you die. I know Les Brown says it's not over till you win. That's, in my book, it's not over till you die. DJ Lord Buck said, that's true, Cal. A lot of Cubans and Haitians are in the Yucatan, Mexico area. Well, you know, it's just a damn shame, man. That after all these years, nothing's happened. Why are you doing that, United States? See, that's the type of mentality and policy that I can't agree with. You know, when the whole world sees, in America, they make you think you're crazy. They'll tell you what you're seeing, living, and experiencing is not real. It's in your imagination. That's the one thing about America I do not like. They know that shit ain't working over there. They know good and damn well you're just starving babies and children and innocent women to death over there. Black people, by the way, that's why they're doing it. That's the way, I don't agree with that. And I'm voting so I can talk about that stuff. I can talk about what I don't like about the policy over that. Okay. Matt says, I work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week for 40 years to put myself in a good position. I live way beneath my means. I'm so excited for my fourth quarter, I could scream. Yeah, a lot of people, they have made the right decisions. I talk about things like this to let people think a little bit more. Who else is going to come on YouTube over here in the Philippines and say, hey, I didn't save enough for my retirement and really mean it? They're not going to do it. They're going to talk about relationships. They think that's all you need to know over here. That's the only reason to come to the Philippines. No, it's a lot of reasons to come over here. You want your money to go further, you come here. It's going to go further by default. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, the Philippines is not as cheap as people say it is. Yeah, but it's a whole lot cheaper than where you're from. This is a place where you can easily live beneath your means. $200 rent is still over here. I mean, you can live good. I can take you right now to some apartments here in San Carlos City. Less than $200 a month. First class apartments. With security and everything. In an upper middle class neighborhood. But you can't get something for nothing. It's a good thing, though, that I have options, though. Some people, they don't even know their options, so they don't practice them. They're stuck over there. A lot of my clients are stuck over there. Playing bingo on Tuesdays. That's not me, man. I'm not going to do that. Going to Walmart on Wednesday. Waiting for somebody like me to come in on Thursday to talk to them about, healthcare and all that kind of stuff. That's not the life I want to live, man. And they're lowering the age that you have to be to get in those places. Used to be 62. Now guess what it is? It's 55. Because so many people are giving up over there. They're on disability. And they can't make it. They need a place to stay. So the government said, okay, we're going to lower the bar even more. But people aren't going to get on here and tell you the truth, man. And then they try to use it against you. Somebody will come back with a video. Oh, look at him. He's depending on YouTube. You damn right. Because I'm going to make it work no matter where I am. I'm not going to lay down. It's not over till I die, guys. Okay? But I'm trying to help people for real. Somebody on that hamster wheel right now says, man, I'm tired of working. I'm getting ready to retire early. Not thinking, what about your health care? Do you have enough money? What are you going to do with all that time? Why don't you just take a break? Maybe that's what you need. Hey, Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He says, I commend you for your honesty. Do you remember the exact moment when you decided to get out the rat race, or was it a cumulative events? No, actually, we had a 4-year plan, okay, to move to the Philippines. But I'll tell you, I was on fumes, man. The last 2 years of that 4-year plan, I don't even remember, man. I just got to the point where I didn't like going to my job, a job that I love, a career that I love. I should jump out of bed. Southern Purchase. It just wore me down. And I was like, man, the pressure and everything, I had to work twice as hard to just maintain my lifestyle. And I said, I know I can go to a place where I don't have to do that, where my money will allow me to take a break, where I don't have to work. But that's okay, for, 90 days to a year or something like that. But now 6 years later, I'm thinking, man, you left a lot of money out there. And I know I can't take my money with me. And hindsight is always 20/20. But yeah, I can remember like it was yesterday. Really, it was 2015, to be honest with you, when I couldn't even get out of bed. I was supposed to, I eventually did. I was supposed to fly out to California for one of the companies I was representing at the time, Blue Cross Blue Shield, for a week training. I didn't even want to get on the plane. I was afraid to get on the plane. Something snapped in me. A friend of mine had to talk me into getting on that plane. But you know who I called first? I called the manager. I was going to tell him, it's okay, man. I don't even want this opportunity. And the phone was ringing, and I put it down. I picked it up and I called my buddy. I said, man, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm afraid to get on that plane. And he talked me through it. I got on the plane, but guess what? I rode a train back. But yeah, I can look back and tell when things were really going off the rail. I said, I got to get out of here. I'm going to die. He said, get ready to be shocked, Cal. Well, I'm going to be shocked. Okay. But I'm just telling you, though, look at the choices we got over there. It's not going to make a difference to me. Remember, I don't give a damn. If you're part of my YouTube, if you're a channel member, and we had the live stream the other day, we talked about that. Politics, I don't really give a damn. Even though politics encompasses everything, as far as who the president of the United States is going to be, it doesn't matter. I'm going to live with the people's choice. But like I said, in order for Trump to lose, you just got to just wash our hands of him. And I don't know, he's got a cult following, man. Y'all don't understand that. People who would normally not even get involved in the political process are going to come out and vote for him. He beat Hillary Clinton, man. Imagine that. Okay, here's a guy with no political anything. I mean, he just babbles and, he's really he doesn't say anything of substance when he got elected. But now he's got 4 years of that presidential experience behind him. He knows what to say now. I will be shocked. He said, Cal, she's going to win. It's not going to make a difference to me, guys. I'm just saying I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a shock if she does. Cedric says the politicians are playing the masses, and the masses don't seem to care because for the most part, they're distracted. That's right. If you look on YouTube, it's not much about the election. It's more about sports and all that. And all that other Hollywood gossip and everything like that. Why do you think these politicians always bring celebrities to their their rallies and stuff? Because we're celebrity crazy. Like they're really smart, or they know something we don't know. A lot of them people have never even been to high school before. I mean, to college or anything. Yeah, Walter Mondale. Thank you. I love LaChine. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're right about that, David. All I'm saying is, guys, that if you're still working, Wednesday morning, you got to go to work. Okay? You don't understand, man, that United States policy on is not going to change no matter who's the president. Why do people act like they don't know this? Why do you think that whoever the president is, they're still going to back Israel 100%? They don't care what you think. They're still going to have the blockade in Cuba. I don't care who the president is. Okay? So, why are you worried about that? They're still going to pump all that money in Ukraine, and they're still going to lie and have the talking heads on mainstream media lying to you, telling you Ukraine is winning that war. Ukraine has never won that war. It's never been winning that war at all. It's a fallacy. It's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. But when they need something, when they look for money, they don't even have pre-K over there anymore. My children went to pre-K. They can't find the money for it, but they can send Israel $100 billion for that genocide over there. Apartheid. Occupation over there. And everybody sees it. But the United States will tell you, that's not what you're seeing. Oh, it's not? So I don't give a damn. Yeah, he said you got that South Man said country boy can survive. Yeah, from Nashville. Yeah, Kentucky's on the Mason-Dixon, but man, we didn't have a choice. I grew up surviving. I've been working since I was 10. I don't think any 10-year-old should have to work. But if I wanted something extra, if I wanted a damn Snickers bar, back then a Milky Way was a big one. I had to get it myself. My mother didn't have no extra money, man. You know, she put 3 meals a day on the table, and you better not ask for nothing else. I remember when I was 11 or 12, 11, and I was a member of the Boy Scouts. It cost $5 to go to the Scoutorama. Nope. And my mother did not budge. She didn't give a shit about no Boy Scouts. All of my friends went. I was the only one who was unable to go for $5, man. That's where I get it from. I get it from the mud, guys. I'm telling you. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I'm glad I didn't. I've been out there, man, since I was 10. He said, only fools rush in. Yeah. But that's never going to change. That's never going to change. I'm sorry. Not over here. Not over here. We think that all these women are going somewhere. I better hurry up and get over there. I better hurry up and marry her. Or there's not going to be any left for me. Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He said the younger guys over there, do they have a different approach to this topic? It seems like a bigger mistake for them leaving more money on the table. Well, see, a lot of the younger guys over here, Southern Purchase, honestly, they're digital nomads. They're still working. They're not retired. And remember, we're going to lie anyway. We're going to say it's none of your business because, we're ashamed of the mistakes we made. I'm not ashamed, man, because I'm a survivor, man. I'm going to make it. That's part of getting on here telling you guys that. 5 years from now, you're going to be like, man, so the guy who didn't even save enough for his retirement, look at him now. There's people who told me more than in my own family that I would never stop drinking and getting high. Okay, what do you think they're saying now over 26 years later? That's why I tell you guys, yeah, I got that history, but I overcame that. It's not over till I die. I'm sorry. But yeah, they're going to rush in over here. But your happiness, if you're the problem, you're going to have to be the solution. It's going to come from you. Not some woman over here. Okay? For some reason, we think women here have special powers. They don't, man. Okay? They'll jump into bed with you sooner. Okay? Because they know you're the prize. They know I got a good man. I better hold on to him if I want to escape this miserable life that a lot of the women, I'm talking about the women we deal with. Every woman over here is not on that level. There's women over here who got way more money than we have. And there's some women who don't have money and they say, I don't want to deal with a foreign. I want a Filipino man. Just like any other nation of women. They want their fellow man, basically. But the women that we deal with, they're a special breed over here. They're giving up. They don't have any more dreams. Okay? You're their ticket out of poverty. They don't pull themselves up off their own bootstraps. They done threw their damn boots away. Or I didn't have a pair of boots to begin with. Okay, this is what I'm telling you. Okay, but you're going to rush anyway. Because they're telling you everything you want to hear. But let me give you some more nitty gritty. When you deal with women in a country like the Philippines, because I'm not picking on the Philippines, any country where people struggle on the level that they struggle on, they'll say anything and they'll do anything, okay, to keep you around, to keep you sending that money, to keep you supporting her. It's not like that everywhere else. People say, oh, it's like that everywhere. No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, you don't have to put man up, Rogar. People know where I live, stupid. Get him off of here. People already know where I live. I invite them over here, dummy. I'm not like those other guys. You don't know where they live. Mark tells you where he lives. We don't have nothing to hide. But you better come over here with the right attitude, because I got something for you, Rogar, and anybody else that comes over here. Now, I got a few levels of protection. So you can give them, I've been on here for 4 years, been in this house for 3 years. People always knew where I live. I don't care. But you better come correct. I tell you that. Yeah, put it up over here. I tell you where I live. And I'm not going to take threats. Get this guy over here. Because you're nothing but an invisible coward. It's more and more of them. That's the only thing I don't want Trump to be president. Because they're going to come out of the woodwork now. People like him. You know, at least Kamala Harris being president will keep them in the woodwork a little bit longer. He said any woman is about money. Well, not like it is here, okay? Because there's no jobs here, okay? I'm sorry, Orlando. Y'all can't say that you justifying it when you say that. It's not true, man, and you know it's not true. Okay, I took my Filipino wife to America. She was earning $16 at General Electric. There ain't no $16 over here in an hour. Okay? Don't tell that lie. He said, but if you wait past 62, you will never make back what you would have earned taking it later. It's a different situation. If I take it at 62 and I don't have any other income, I'm not earning enough income to mess with my Social Security, now you're talking. But I think it's not much that you can earn, man. I think it's what, 22,000? That's the limit you can earn without it affecting your Social Security. Okay, but anything over that, it's $2 for every dollar you earn over that. Okay, so that can dwindle your Social Security down, way down, to the point it's really not even worth getting it. So yeah, it depends on your situation. If you're just sitting at home twiddling your thumbs, you're right. And you don't have any other income coming in, yeah, you're right. It probably would be good to take it at 62 because you're going to get all that money before you get to 67. But if you're earning money already or you got a good job already, and it's going to dwindle your Social Security to the point of you might as well not even take it, then why take it? What's up, TJ? He said, greetings from Houston, Bush Airport, about halfway through the U.S. run, slowly embracing the thought of going home. Yeah, I didn't even know you was back home, man. I didn't. So you there for all the bullshit that's gonna go on? They're gonna be burning couches and everything over there. It's gonna be some shit going on if their candidate doesn't win. Whichever one they voting for, if they don't win, people gonna be like, we don't want another Trump presidency. They're gonna go crazy. Then if Kamala wins, oh, they fixed the election. Let's bum rush the Capitol again. I'm glad I'm not over there, man. I love the chart says our pension was frozen in 2012 after the company went bankrupt. It's a thing of the past, unfortunately. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man, that has a lot of people wondering, you know, should I go on retire now? Or should I, play it out? Okay, I was watching where the Pepsi company closed its factory in Chicago. And, just no notice at all. But then underneath that, they closed their plant in Cincinnati with no notice at all. Now remember, there's a WARN Act, WARN Act, that if you have, I believe it's over 75 employees, you got to give them a 60-day notice that you're closing down or whatever it is. They didn't do that. And one lady was crying, man, from Cincinnati, 33 years. In 6 months, she was going to retire. It don't matter. They're going to pay them all the way up to December 28th, and that's it. Now, when she's talking about her retirement, they say, yeah, you got to talk to the union about that. But yeah, they're shutting down. And, you know, it's a lot at play. You know, people are wondering, imagine this woman could have retired, I'm sure, years ago. An easy decision. There's a lot of consequences. There's a lot of reasons for and against, you know, retiring early. But we don't even talk about it. Everybody wants to make you think that they're financial experts when they're not. We save less in America than any other industrialized country. We don't even save 5%. The people in Russia save more than we do. But everybody's a financial genius. When you get online, or you on Facebook, oh, I got enough. I'm sitting pretty. Knowing good and well, you got that 7-year car loan. You got that 30-year mortgage too over there. And everything that comes in with that car and all that, the insurance and all that, man. You know, you better be a damn financial genius. If you a baby boomer growing up when I was, you know, the Joneses and everything, you're keeping up with the Joneses. Sam W., he said, my mom retired from a state job at 62. She found out the difference for that extra 3 years was like 50 to 60 bucks. Yeah, that was then. It's a lot though. If I retire at 67, I'm almost doubling my money, but remember, you can't get that money back that you didn't take at 62. But we're talking about people who, your mother probably retired. She probably didn't have any more money coming in, or at least it wasn't, you know, enough to affect her benefits. It's almost double for me. Okay. Right now, I'm looking at about $1,800. If I wait until I'm 67, man, according to the report I just got, I get it online, it's $3,200. That's a big deal. That's a big difference. He said, Kaz, he said, greetings. I was in the U.S. a few weeks ago. You know, my hands are really tired. I don't, you know, I was watching where the Campbell channel, where he got his passport renewed over here. I'm just kind of shaky about that, man. You know, I'm just kind of wondering, will I get it back in time or to do my extension and all that stuff, and is they going to force me to go home and get it done, just in case if anything goes wrong, at least I'll be home. Don't do that, guys. Don't wait till the last minute like I did. My passport expires in March. I'm stuck here in the Philippines, really. I can only go home. I can't go anywhere else because it's within the 6 months. You know. So I don't know. That they're saying, you know, 2 months. I may just go ahead and make my appointment in Cebu now, because I was going to let JRC do it, but I was like, nah, I better do this myself. I better go to the embassy myself. I mean, the consulate myself. That way I can ask them directly, hey, man, what happens if this isn't back? Can you give me something that I could use for my extensions or whatever it is? He said the Republican wives will vote for her and don't tell their husbands. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in that voting booth.
Blue.
It says, yeah, TJ, welcome to the chat. He said, you can wait till you're older to get Social Security, but you might not live long enough to collect it. When I work for Social Security, I always advise my clients to take it early. Think about that. Yeah, but everybody's situation is different, Frank. If you're not going to work, then yeah. Or if you're not going to work and you're not going to earn over $22,000, then okay, yeah, take it. But if it's going to affect your Social Security benefits, because for every dollar over that you make over that $22,000, it affects $2 on your benefits. That's a lot. I mean, you know, 22,000. What is that? Minimum wage or something? What's that? $10 an hour or something? It's not hard to go over that. See, now he says, J-Dog says, she should have switched over to an income-producing investment strategy. See, nobody really understands that kind of stuff, guys. What percentage of Americans do you think understand what he just said? A very low. He said, never had kids. My Filipina has 3 sons, 20 plus, and they love me. I care about that so much. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, man. The love over here is conditional, guys, okay? It's conditional. And why do we invest so much in love? When your definition of love around in the Philippines is not the same definition as her or her sons. And her definition of love may not be the love that I want. Like, I don't want you to love me then, lady. If that's your definition of love. Does she respect you? That's really can you trust her? That's a whole lot more than love, man. This love is too broad of a term, guys. Don't invest too much of your time worrying about the woman loves you or not, because it feels the same. When you all up in the pussy, it feels the same whether she loves you or not. I'm sorry I have to talk like that, but I'm trying to get you guys to understand we're investing too much effort into love. Okay? When she's on her knees, it feels the same whether she loves you or not. You know, why are you worried about that? How you ever going to know if somebody loves you anyway? You'll never know. You'll never know, man. You'll never know. Some people are so good that they'll treat you as if they love you. You would think, oh, this woman's doing everything that a woman who loves me would do, so she must love me and could care less about you. You better keep on spending that money. You better keep on, taking care of me and my family. It's conditional love over here. Yeah, she says she loves me 3 or 4 times a day. It's conditional. Okay? He said, don't play with Filipinas. You hear those foreign guys who got a bad one. Most of the time, they got what they deserve. Filipinos are nice, but we'll know when she's being fooled or tricked. Yeah, Joyce. But we know that you don't love our old and crusty asses just because we're old and crusty. Okay, you can't come on my channel talking like that. You're not with an old and crusty man because he's old and crusty. Because there's nice looking Filipino men over here, same age as you are, got everything in common with you that you could have. Okay? Laugh at the same jokes you laugh, watch the same television shows. At 12 o'clock, everything stops and y'all watch. It's showtime. But you choose an old and crusty man, far past his prime, so much baggage that he needs one of them 40-foot trailers when he moves over here to the Philippines. And you want to think, oh, that's normal. That's some abnormal shit going on over here. Okay, it's life. Life goes by too quick. Just enjoy it. But you're right, and I'm glad you brought it up because nobody else brings that up. I wish these Filipino vloggers would talk about what you're talking about. They won't do it. All they talk about is themselves. They don't talk about the women who get tricked over here, who get fooled and played. That would be a lot of good content for them, but they never talk about it. See? That's being honest. Because everybody knows it's happening. Just because I talk about the stuff that I talk about, or if I stop talking about it, would that mean it's going to stop? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I stop talking about it, it's still going to keep going on. Long before I was born. Before I was a twinkle in my daddy's eye, stuff was going on over here. Men were giving away their life savings. Women were getting tricked in food over here. But this love stuff, man, we're too old for that. You know, can I trust her? Does she respect me? That's good enough for me at 61 years old. But love is too broad a term. I never know if you love me. What is your definition of love? It's certainly different than mine. I don't understand. I tell you all the time, I love Curly. But he's going to sleep his ass outside. He's not sleeping in my bed. And I'm not going to marry Curly. He says, it's not over till the fat lady sings. That's right. At your funeral. It's not over till I'm dead. I'm going to keep trying. But I'm not going to keep lying. He said, crime is falling for the wrong Filipino. Yeah, man, that's a big one too. But that comes from love in the fast lane, TJ. You don't know who you with, man. We move them in first day. We jump in bed the first day. It cost that man his life. A law-abiding man. He's in retirement, 72 years old. Look it up. In Cebu. He meets the woman online in April. They get married in October. He's dead in December. That's not the cycle you want over here. But that happens for a lot of people. Or the guy who showed up in Moncton, already sent all his life savings over here to a woman, shows up at the Moncton airport. The woman's not there. They don't even know if she even existed. Was she even a real woman? Why are we making those type of decisions, man? Is there something wrong with us already? Before we make those messed up decisions, he sent his whole life savings over here, by the way. He didn't even have enough money to get back home. Bought a one-way ticket or one of them old funky onward tickets, man. Stop doing that. But I can't tell you what to do. You grown men. People ask me all the time, well, how much does an onward ticket cost, or should I use that service? Man, go on and buy that round trip ticket. Hey, Lawrence, thanks for that super sticker. Because I'm going to tell you something about a round trip ticket. If the parameters are the same, it's going to cost about the same as a one-way. The only reason it's going to be more expensive if the parameters aren't the same. If you got a long layover, that makes your ticket cheaper. But if you got a shorter layover and a shorter travel time, it goes up. So if I buy the same route, the same amount of time, and I do a round trip ticket, more than likely it's going to cost me the same as doing a one-way. When I came over in 2018, my round trip ticket was less than $600. You know what made it $600? I bought seats because I bought the ticket on Cheapo Air. So you have to buy your seats. I bought 3 seats. That was $38 each. That's what pushed it over $1,800. But you're damn right, falling for the wrong Filipino. Okay? Because it takes time to figure out, is she the right one? You don't want to find out too late that she's already got a boyfriend. The woman we go to the gym with, nice looking woman, works out good. I'm talking about built, looks innocent. Married to an older American. They're not together anymore. Guess what? He found out that she had a Filipino boyfriend. Well, that's what you get. Love in the fast lane will get you nowhere fast. Not only just in the Philippines, but anywhere. But we do it over here. Okay? He said, I'll be 62 tomorrow. I'm grateful. Yeah, man. Advance happy birthday. I'm glad to be 61. I honestly never thought I'd live to be 61. Not the way I was living. I'd have been happy, I'd been happy to make it to 40. I was on a collision course with death. I stopped drinking probably just in time. My mother's side of the family, the men didn't even live to be 40. Drinking, they drink themselves to death, man. That's why I tell my kids, don't use drugs and alcohol. It's on both sides of your family. But I tell them about my side. I remember I had a cousin named Gip, may he rest in peace. Now, they drinking cheap wine on the corner in Lexington, Kentucky. He starts hemorrhaging from the nose, right? He's a veteran, so we rush him to the VA hospital. Don't you know within several hours he done checked himself out. He'd come back to the corner, face wrapped up like a mummy, man, and still drinking. 38 when he died. His brother was 28 when he died. He hemorrhaged to death from drinking. That's all they used to do was just drink all day long, man. He said, my rent's $250. Yeah, that sounds good, he said. That sounds great. Don Ridgway said, my senior citizen home would be one of those average towers in BGC. Absolutely. But they'll call you a loser, Don, for that. I was watching a video the other day. I was like, guys would come up with any kind of content. And, and one of the most popular, videos on YouTube is to put down the passport bros. But this was a TikTok video that was uploaded to YouTube, and he's showing the pictures of passport bro. Here's what they look like, average or below average, like most of us do, right? And he said we're losers. And then it switches over to some guy in his damn car. He's in a car making a video calling us losers. And I'm saying to myself, this is the arrogance of not only Americans, but Westerners. We think that we're the standard for the rest of the world. Our women are the standard. If you can't get an American woman or Western woman, no, it don't even count. You're a loser. They don't take in account the fact that we're well into our 50s, 60s, and 70s before we moved out of the country. We've been having some type of success, but it's popular content. They'll call you a loser, man. They don't even know you, by the way. They're going to show a picture of it and say, see, here's what a loser looks like. No. Hey, what's up, Michael Alexander? It's just not true, man. There's a lot of guys, man. Most of the men I meet over here, man, they were successful in their own right by anybody's definition in their country. I mean, you got to understand me, guys. I promise you, this is not a lie. Several millionaires have been to my house. Several have been to my house in the Philippines, sat at my table, stayed in my guest house. I'm talking about absolute millionaires, guys. Okay? Who own $1 million homes in America, drive Teslas, own just phenomenal businesses and everything like that. Was at the top of their profession. Why would you call them a loser? But this is what we do. He said, Trump or Kamala? It don't matter. Wahoo music. It don't matter. Okay? Hey, thank you, Frederick Delk Show. He said, it's not easy living overseas. Thank you. This is what Paul said. But people think it's easy. Because Paul was like, man, he said, it'd be a big deal for me to move in another state. He said, but man, you moved out of the country. He said, I got to tip my hat to you. He said, I got to give it to you. Yeah, but they think it's easy. Because we're the standard. That's how arrogant we are. This guy's in a damn car making a video calling passport bros who have to leave the country losers. He don't even know why they left. That they're not there anymore, that they couldn't handle it, so they had to leave. Crazy, man. Hey, Rich Gales, he said, just wanted to say hello to you, brother. I hope you and your family are doing well. Bless, my friend. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. DJ Lordbuck says, we are passport bros. We travel the world. We're not losers. We exist inside and outside the matrix. Absolutely. He said, flight is about to catch off. Catch y'all later. Also, are you coming to America? Or are you going to California? He said, just exploring your options for life in the fourth quarter. There are better options for a single male in Asia. Yeah. Remember, if I'm a business, you applauding me. You say, yeah, Sunshine Shoulders, you're smart, you're intelligent. But because I'm a man, doing it for the exact same reasons, by the way, oh, I'm a loser. You can't make it in your own country. I was 55, I want to remind you, when I moved to the Philippines. And why does moving to the Philippines make you inferior? So you're saying that the Philippines is an inferior place. Is that what they're saying? We're still on planet Earth. I always remind y'all that. But what makes them think that it's inferior to live here? I don't know. No. What time is the travel? He said, I seen that video. I think the name is Big Ward the Genius. Not him. No, it's a TikTok video. It's a younger guy. He's got like fake dreads, by the way. Okay. And he's talking about, why we're such losers. Passport bros are losers. And he puts up all the pictures. Then he goes to this guy who's co-signing for him. And I'm going to wait on the Lord. He says, I'm going to wait on the Lord to send me the right woman. You're going to be waiting a long time, fool. I think the Lord has a whole lot more important things to worry about than sending you a damn woman. He's not going to do for you what you can do for your damn self. Babies dying, they done killed, 20,000 babies in Gaza Strip. But he's worried about sending you a woman. See, y'all delusional. I don't want to hear that. I'm going to wait on the Lord. He ain't even driving. He's just sitting there. He stopped, by the way. It tells you what type of guy he is with the damn seatbelt on. Dude, you're not even moving. Take that tight-ass seatbelt off. Trying to make a video. He ain't waiting a long-ass time. He said, Cal, you be cracking me up. Send me an angel. Yeah. That's all you going to pray for when you could do that for yourself. Now, he's sitting there. No wonder why you don't have anybody. Talking about we be talking about American women. The American women we deal with, you damn right I'm talking about them. See, now that, I'm going to show y'all something. Now that I got my new phone, y'all think I'm playing it. Now, me and this woman were really, really cool. I can say that I love her as a friend. But this is the woman that I took to the prom. I want to show you what she looks like now. Now that I can show y'all. To show y'all that. This is why I don't deal with American women my age. Okay? And I don't care who says anything about it. I'm just telling you that I don't. I'm going to show you why I don't fool with women over there. Okay? That's the woman I took to the prom. That's what she looks like. Now, at 61. But I got a better picture, a worse picture of her. There she is. This woman was a stunner in high school. But look at her now. You look like Mike Tyson with a gut. But she's a beautiful woman, man. So if you want to date that, okay, she's good on the inside. I'm not going to fool with her. Yeah, that's it. He said, Father Time is undefeated. He said, like, you look like the Gremlins. Yeah, Big Shirley, yeah. Her name's Teresa, though. He said, Cal want to retire outside the U.S. Do you have any suggestions? He said, Cal, showing that picture wasn't a good idea. You have no idea who that woman is. She's a friend of mine. I'm not putting her down. I'm telling you what the women look like who are my age, Willie. Okay? Over there. Why I don't date older women who were not looking at me when we were 18 and 25 and all that. But now that I got testosterone and I'm, looking a whole lot better than they are, I'm not holding back. Yeah, I ain't fooling with you. Yeah, I'm not funny, man. I'm just telling you that guys always get on my case because I tell the truth. That's what's waiting for me if I go back to America. Okay? That's elephant pussy right there. There's nothing I can do with that woman, man. That woman be like, come on. I'll be like, I'm done already. I don't already sweating, pouring down me. He said, I love the Philippines and I don't care what you call me. Just don't call me later for dinner. Call me late for dinner, yeah. Hey, what's up, Mike Dawsonville? He said, I believe passport bro are very smart for making that ultimate decision moving overseas. And, who says it's forever? Because we all eventually go home, Mike. Everybody does. You see Filipinos coming back and Filipinos coming back. I told you I got a guy, I consider him a friend now at the gym. He did 38 years in Australia. I thought it was Canada, it's Australia, because he was at the gym the other night and I asked him. Him and his wife, that's where they met. They were both OFW. But he said, Sam, for me to come back home. And for the same reason, we come over here, though, the cost of living. But eventually, we all go back home, man, if we're fortunate enough. He said, tank. He said, yeah, right, yeah. They are the same at 40 and 50. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's up, Scott? Kevin Song said, preach, Cal. Yeah, I'm just telling you that I'm going to, practice my options, man. I'm sorry. And you don't have to. What's up, Lawrence? He says, a done deal already. Yeah, the elephant pussy. It is. That's what that is, man. And it's full of that over there. And see, the thing with American women, the first thing they want to do when they get mad at you and you split up, they want to talk, oh, you little dick mofo. They always talk about your dick size. They want to humiliate you. You wasn't doing nothing anyway and all that. That's what they do. Yeah. Kamala Harris, she probably done, he said Trump is racist, right? I guarantee you that Kamala Harris, as a prosecutor out there in California, probably destroyed more black men's lives than Trump. But it doesn't matter who you put in that office. American policy is not going to change. We're imperialists. Okay? They didn't stop slavery because they wanted to. It was going to destroy the country. Okay, they didn't stop it because they wanted to. Remember, see, y'all don't think history matters. History matters. Go back to who you think propped up South Africa and apartheid. Who was behind that? The American government. Yeah, the same American government. He said, Cal, what kind of phone did you buy? Great quality. Thank you. It's just the same phone, but this is like the Oppo Reno 6. Mine's like the Oppo Reno 12. I'm not going to buy an iPhone, man, over here. Willie says, I know most American women don't age well, but singling out one particular friend is not a classy move. I'm just telling you because I've been talking about it. Look, Willie, man, if you don't like it, man, just, don't look at it. If I show the picture, turn it away. You will never know this woman. You'll never meet her. You'll never see her. I just want to show you that's who it is. I'm not singling her out. What did I say? She's a beautiful woman. I love her. We're real friends. I'm just saying this is what the woman looks like who I took to the prom. If you got a problem with that, man, come on, guys. Y'all too weak, man, with that. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, man. We don't have to agree on everything. We can agree to disagree and still get along. That woman's a good friend of mine. But that's who I took to the prom. It's not going to change anything, okay? He said, would like to hook up with you when I arrive in Angeles City. Man, yeah, that's a long way from me, man. If you fly, I'll tell you what, you can fly into Bacala, which is about a 45 or 50-minute flight, and then ride the bus from Bacala to San Carlos City. But I wouldn't be making that other route. Yeah, Thomas, he said they go right at your manhood. They do. They know that's how they can humiliate you. Oh, you little dick Negro or whatever it is. They always got to size your dick up. You wasn't doing nothing anyway. I want a real man and all that. But when you show them what they look like 40 years later, now you got Willie on her defending them. That could be an AI, Willie. You'll never meet that woman. ASASI, and you already said there's a SL. Don't keep spamming my channel, okay? If you do that one more time, get rid of him. We don't care who the president is. You're going to go to work Wednesday if you're still working, okay? Yeah, left wing, right wing, still the same bird. Right, lap lasagna. Scott Knight said, teach, bro. He said, Frederick says, I think the only way I would go back to the USA is if I was extremely sick. However, I can hardly live in nurse for 500 or 25,000 pesos per month. Kevin Strauss said, Calvin's talking about real life issues and both sides are drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah, it's true. It doesn't matter who the president is, man. I tell you, if you think I'm lying, they just had a vote in the UN. Every country on the planet, every last one of them, say, hey, get rid of that embargo because guess what? The United States is so powerful with the power of the dollar and the military that if you dare break that embargo, we're going to place an embargo on you. They can't do it. The only one who does that is Russia. The only one who breaks that is Russia. Because they don't need the United States. But the United States is still doing that, man. I'm ashamed of that. But even if the people, which majority of the people in America would say remove that, they're not listening to us anymore. We put these people in there and it's not for the people, by the people anymore. There's nothing being accomplished over there, but a bunch of black people struggling, starving. Basically, I'm talking about literally starving, man. If you go over there, okay, and you think I'm playing, if you go to Cuba, through Mexico and one of these places, man, don't you know that you're subject to a felony, man? You got to go over there. You got to get the State Department's permission. You got to jump through all kind of hoops just to go there. It's crazy, man. So it doesn't matter if Kamala Harris, they still, but it's supposed to be a Christian nation. I was watching something, they said, what kind of Christians keep on dropping bombs over there, killing all them damn babies in the Gaza Strip? You ain't no damn Christians. You pretending to be a damn Christian. You ain't no worse than the guy who don't believe. That's all I'm saying. Good and well, there's no good coming out of that embargo on Cuba that they started back in 1962. Only two countries, The United States and Israel. Bullshit, man. He said, what's new in the PI? Just a beautiful place, man, for the right people. For the right people, man. We got the fiesta going on here, man. It's off the chart, too. Tonight is the big concert. I'm going to be over there. And I want y'all to see it. I got something where I can hold my phone up over the crowd. It's going to be 1 million people there. They're going to have the Snoop Dogg, the Filipino version of Snoop Dogg. His name's Andrew E. He rocks the crowd, man. He's a rapper. But he's about the same age as Snoop. You know, back in the day when rap was rap, not this crap that they putting out there now. Joseph Putnam, he says, I think the Philippines is a great place for people from all spectrums. Just if you are here for a woman, make sure you take your time finding the right woman. Yeah, that's right, you know, but that's information. That's the best information really you can give on dating here, but it's just not going to happen. We're just not going to do it. There's nobody that does that. Even the Deacon Clap Cheeks, because there's plenty of them over here. I call them out. These guys who, you know, they so self-righteous and holy, you know, it is the holy land. They try to dig in that hole over here. But other than that, if they're not over here doing something immoral, that's putting you down. They talking about how good the Lord is and all of that. They over here. Minute they get off the plane, they jumping inside of these women. They're not taking their time. They say the sex pet prayer. Then when it's all over with, they're on their plane on their way back home. Please forgive me, Lord. I've fallen short of your son, Jesus. But you know I haven't had pussy since pussy had me. Let me blow her back out. Thank you. That's the sex pet prayer. He said, keep it real, Cal. I can get pasteurized chat on TV. Yeah. He said, I like the unedited first draft. First draft, like a bunch of guys playing poker. That's right, man. But, you know, Deacon Clap Cheeks over here. You know, save that crap for somebody else. He said, love you, Sir Cal. Y'all know what y'all doing over here. He said he was showing the picture as a symbol of how bad things are in America. Yeah, but we don't have to justify that, man. I love that woman. She's a real good friend of mine. We graduated. We went through high school all 4 years. We used to be in the science together, English together. I took her to the prom. He said, I just booked a nonstop flight to Guam. Under $250. Getting some health checks at the Naval Hospital there. It's a good idea for people over here that want quick quality care. Philippines there. It is. And you're doing it at the right time. When you're still in your right mind, you still have the strength to do it. Don't wait till you're in a hospital bed strapped to a damn oxygen tank telling people, oh, my plan was to go to Guam. Well, your plan has been shot to hell. You strapped to an oxygen tank, you can't move. So that was not a good plan. The plan is like Izzy and Chris, go now. Not after. He said, Cal, your friend looks like the average American woman. I know, the average American woman my age. But it don't matter what they look like. When they get to that age, they're grandmothers, man. I mean, real grandmothers. That's the usher board, the mother board. That's who she is. That's what I'm looking at. Guys can't be honest. You know that's what you're looking at over there if you're in your 60s. Or a woman that ain't going to want to do nothing. She can't do nothing. It hurts too much just to have sex. And they're not going to give you a blowjob. Not over there that Jesus is watching. You know, they're not going to do anything like that. So you're stuck. Oh, let's just cuddle up and watch, you know, Friends. Reruns of Friends. Bullshit. He said, Kamala Harris will win, I guarantee you. Well, you know, they said that, man, they said that about Clinton. And they got videos on it. They show you how jubilant everybody was. They just knew she was going to beat this Trump. Okay? Y'all underestimate Trump's following, man. He's got some fanatics following him, man. They'll try to vote twice. You see what they did at the Capitol? They claimed that we stole the election from him. The American people did. Don't underestimate these people, man. Okay? And if she wins, what are you going to get? Nothing. More the same of sleepy Joe Biden and Obama and Trump and Bush. It's all the same, man. Stop. Y'all too old. You know it's not going to change. Nothing will change. Remember how bad they thought it was going to get when Trump was president? Oh, you know, look how bad it's going to be. Nothing. We withstood all that. Now Joe Biden, because we got short-term memory loss. That damn Joe Biden, he was part of the author of that get tough on crime bullshit. Really, get tough on black people bullshit. Now his son's one of the worst of all of them. With drugs and all that crime and all that shit. But he's not being tough on him. See, y'all memories is too short. Just because they Democrats, you want to vote for them. It don't matter. It's the same bullshit, man. Nothing's going to change. I love the China said they spent $1 billion on the presidential election this year. Imagine what they could have done with that money and put to good use. Well, hell, that's cheap. I think Obama spent $1 billion on by himself in 2008. Surely 2012. You're right. But that's the money they're going to put up. The donors and stuff. You see that Kamala Harris now all of a sudden it's a day before, they think we're stupid. It's a day before the election. Oh, I'm going to push for a ceasefire. Lady, you should have been saying that months ago, but you knew that that Israeli lobby would have shut your presidency down. Now you talk about a day before where they can't do anything to you. You're not going to do anything different. You're lying. You're going to do the same thing that all the other presidents. Go back and see what Nixon said back in 74. He said, we're always going to support them. We're always going to be behind them no matter what. And that's what's happening over there. But they'll tell you, oh, there's nothing going on over there. Hamas is the reason for it. Man, come on. Little babies on Hamas. You know, and then when the guy, what's his name, Mehdi Hassan, when he said, if y'all don't want people comparing you to the Nazis, he said, quit acting like the Nazis then over there. That's all I'm saying. He said, that's why I will leave the USA in 6 years and retire to the Philippines or Thailand. Yeah, man, it's, I just don't like a lot of the policy, man. It's when you get old and you start understanding and you open up your eyes. I'm not woke, but I just understand what's going on around the world. You're like, man, I'm not for this shit, man. I don't approve it. I don't approve that message, man. Stop that embargo in Cuba. Killing all them innocent black people over there. He said, Cal, I saw you win playing a game at the carnival. Yeah, I eventually broke even because I don't gamble. That little game is addicting. And I played like 4 times, I think. Because one time, they dropped 3 balls down that tunnel. And they bounce around. And if it lands on, what they got? Like they got the 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. You bet on which one. And one time, 2 balls landed in there. And, they got to pay you double. And I eventually broke even and I left, man. But that's where they are, man. But some guy says, man, they got that magnetized. And he's right. Because I told Maryland, I said, this guy says it's magnetized. Let's see if it does. So what they do is, whatever of those numbers, either no one's betting on it or the least amount of money is being bet, That's the one that wins. I called it 3 times in a row. I said, let me show you, Maryland. I'm going to see. It was every single time. That's what happened. If you don't see nobody betting on the 10, it's going to come up a 10. If you don't see anybody betting on the jack, it's going to come up the jack. Every single time. Yeah, he said deacon clap cheeks. Yeah, that's the truth. They know. He said the sex pet prayer is real. It is. That's why, I don't like them hypocrites. Everybody knows why you over here, man. Other than you, evidently. You don't know why you coming. They know why you coming. And the thing about these preachers, these deacons, they like them young. They like them young, man. Every deacon that I've met over here has got a young woman. They like them young. 19, 20, 18, He said the guy did piss me off judging other men's women and taking pictures and sharing them in his 60s. Who are you talking about, Blizzard Abroad? He said property taxes and capital gain taxes are very low in the Philippines. Yeah, we pay about, let's see, I've never paid over $40 for taxes since we've been in this house. I don't know how they figure those taxes. Because honestly, I think for his tax purposes, I don't know if they put the correct amount of this house on that deed. I think it's lower. I think it's probably what he spent to build the house. I think that's what's on there. But see, I don't worry about stuff like that, because, like I said, I'm not a citizen, man, But that is one of the reasons the infrastructure is not like a lot of the infrastructures y'all try to compare the Philippines with. They don't have the tax base that these countries have. And nobody comes to the Philippines for the infrastructure anyway. Are you people crazy? No one comes here for that. The beaches, the friendly people, the tropical weather and all that. The lower cost of living. But no one comes here for the infrastructure. If you want that, go to the bubble city. Go to the bubble city. That's where the infrastructure is. You're not going to have a problem with infrastructure. Go to IT Park, BGC, Eastwood City, Makati, Paranaque, Cebu Business Center. Go to all those places. Mactan, Newtown, Mega World in Bacolod and Iloilo. If you want to, if you worry about the infrastructure, it's there. But nobody comes here for that. He said she looks like the whole motherboard. I mean, she really is a beautiful woman, man, But I just wanted y'all to know that's who I took to the prom, and that's what happens. That's the progression of an American woman over there. And then when we say, oh, well, I don't date older women, they get mad at you. They'll come at me. If I was in America, they would try to counsel me. Then they would talk about my looks. Oh, well, you're nothing. Yeah, but I got more options than she does. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Gary T? He said, greetings from San Francisco. He said, their blog about not having enough money to retire should be a wake-up call. It should, man, but it's not, Gary, because we're going to keep lying to ourselves. We can't be honest to save our soul. People always talking about what God they serve, but they lie on their taxes. They lie about everything. But right before they get ready to die and close their eyes for the last time, they're going to ask for forgiveness. That's what we're dealing with. Everything that we talk about on these channels, man, should help somebody if they're listening, but they're not going to listen. They're different. Their woman's different. They're different. They already know what to do. We don't need to listen to you, man. I can handle it. Look what I've been doing my whole life over here. They come over and do the same thing. Some guy says, man, you can find a good woman in the Philippines if you just take your time. He's 100% right, but who's going to take their time over here? You already made the commitment online before you even get here. Because now it makes you feel more comfortable when you jump into bed with her right from the airport. You don't feel so funny and you don't feel so cringy and so strange, and neither does she. But it's going to happen whether you chat with her 6 months down the road or 6 days before you get here. It's going to happen. When I suggest to guys, because all I'm giving you is suggestions, that you should focus on things other than a woman over here, because they're wanting you. They're going to come after you. They're coming after you online. You're not choosing the woman. The woman's choosing you online because you're depressed. You only think you're choosing her. A decent looking woman's going to have 50 or 100 messages there. It's what you're saying that's going to determine if she's going to meet you at that airport. How much money are you spending? Because we're going to lie. We're going to tell her. The guy said, hey, do you think I should disclose my finances to the woman? It doesn't matter what I think. You're going to do it anyway. You're going to sell yourself to this woman so that she chooses you. You're not choosing these women. Women are choosing you because you're the prize. And I want the biggest prize I can get. Okay? That's why that woman left that man, that blogger. He didn't have enough money. He's hurt, man. I can feel his pain, man. I feel his pain. Because he really loved the girl. But he didn't get to know her. Now they got a daughter together. He's a good guy. Joe, I think it's retired in the Philippines or something like that. He's got a good channel, man. Lives in the province. But it wasn't enough for the lady. She's probably thinking like, well, hell, I want the new house like Sunshine Shoulders got. Like he built his girlfriend off, whatever it is. Because some of these women, listen to me. If you don't listen to nothing else I say on this channel, they have hit the jackpot. They've hit the lottery, man. Over here. Some of these guys, man, they're so financially well off, they've basically given it all to the woman. And everybody wants that now. Okay, I was watching a good video the other day. The guy built look, if you're going to spend all that money on a house, make sure you do it right. He did it right, but then they had to move back to Texas for some reason. Visa reason or whatever it is. Man, you see the house this guy built. And he wanted $9.5 million for it. And he got it. He said he got it. Because they living in Texas now. But imagine that. Imagine a woman coming from nothing. Now all of a sudden, you living in, it's just, at that time it was just him and her son. He was older. But then they had a baby of their own. $166,000, that's what he wanted. $166,000 US dollars for that house. Because, she's owning that when he built it over here. Okay? All that community and all that property when you get married, yeah, that means not a whole lot over here. But some of these houses, the guy who spent, what did he spend? He spent how much did he spend on that house? Let's see. It's 4 million US dollars. So 200 million is what he spent on the house right outside Dumageddon. Think about that, guys. Think about that. Let that register for a minute. For a woman who probably was earning minimum wage when he met her, if he had a job, if she had a job at all. But y'all think that I just be on here talking. They see this stuff. Okay? This is what they've come to expect. This is why she's with your old and crusty ass. Not because you old and crusty. These women aren't stupid. But when you tell them that, they get mad at you. No, she really loves me. Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. That's a lot of damn money. 200 million. Yeah, I love LeChon. He spent 200 million pesos for that house. Okay? It's massive. The grounds alone is massive. And he had to buy just his driveway, he had to buy that part just to make the driveway. He said, I can't complain what time my life changed for the better being here, yeah. But y'all think, that, because somebody sent me a link today, said, this is bullshit. They talking about, it's a couple. He sent me a video. He said, I'm calling bullshit on this, which is right. They're talking about living on $1,000 a month. It's not happening, man. Not if you got a woman. It's not happening, guys. She's not going to be with you if that's all you got. That's not a good enough life for her. They'll stay there for a little while because it is an upgrade. But after a while, they're like, this isn't what I signed up for. I want something more. You can't do anything more to me than I could do for myself. Then you get slapped in the face. Reality slaps you in the face. It's like, like it did him. This guy's hurt. They got a little daughter together. But reality sunk in. I don't have enough money to keep this woman. Now she's with some man that does. And he's saying, yeah, well, after you meet a woman with 3 kids and this and that, man, don't underestimate these thirsty ass men. He's probably going to love her the same way you did. He just got more money. Don't underestimate these thirsty ass men. Because I know I'm not fooling myself. If I walk out that door, one of you guys are going to be knocking on it pretty soon after that. You won't have no qualms about moving in my house. The house you seen me build. You're not going to have any problems doing that. Sleeping in the bed I bought. Don't underestimate these clowns, man. Because I told Marilyn when we was watching it, I said, I guarantee you, the man that she's dealing with now has been following their channel. Don't underestimate these guys, man. Yeah, he said, Dan. Okay, let's see. He said, don't forget about Taiwan and South Korea. Beautiful women love the passport bros. Yeah, this is what we were talking about the other day. We get stuck on the Philippines and Thailand. Oh, the Thailand better than the Philippines. The Philippines better than Thailand. Just forgetting all the other countries over here. That's the suggestion I gave to the new man who's narrow-minded on the Philippines, who's focused on the Philippines. I said, man, look, don't make that mistake. You can live here a few months, live in Taiwan. One of my subscribers who lives up in Laguna, he said that was his initial spot. He was living there. He said, but their immigration is so jacked up. He said, I didn't want to be moving every 30 days out of Taiwan. He said, other than that, I'd be in Taiwan. But we skip over all of that. Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia. It's all that, Thailand or the Philippines. Like, that's all the choices you got. You got plenty of options, man. Yeah, he spent, it's about $3.5 million. I mean, it's a hell of a place, though, but I just want you to see what these women are. They're hitting the jackpot over here. 200 million pesos. See, it's not 3.5 million. I know what you're saying. It's 200 million pesos. That's just for the house. So you can imagine how wealthy this man must be. He spent that much on his house. This lady probably didn't have a job when he met her. Y'all think it's a game over here. It is for us, but for them, they're dead serious. Young attractive women aren't with you for nothing, man. But do we convince ourselves they are? And these bloggers will tell you, you can find a real woman over here, she really loves you and all that, man. It's conditions on this love over here. It's a conditional love. As long as you can deal with that, okay, what's wrong with it? But yes, a lot of places, all these places that he's talking about, that Frederick Delp show's talking about, I was talking about the other day. South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore. Yeah. I mean, now your money's not going to go as far, but Taiwan, he said it would. He said Taiwan. But when you go to Taiwan, you're going to deal with the weather too, like you do in the Philippines, the typhoons. They just had one. It missed the Philippines. That Typhoon Leon, the Passport Bro, Typhoon. He said, "Shit, I'm going to Taiwan. I ain't going to." He said, "I'm going to Taiwan. I ain't going to the Philippines." And man, he said, "Never ever rest." He said, "I learned that the hard way." But we're not talking about taking advantage of women. We're just talking about reality over here. People think it's just such. Oh, it's so cheap over there. When it is everything else. When Jim from True Channel came on here and said, when the guy said, "Well, how much you think you need to live here?" He said, "Well, you need 1,000 for you and 1,000 for me." That's basically about what it is. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, Dan Boston. He said, "Great comments, Cal. Conditional love is there. It is." Under every circumstance, man. These women aren't stupid, man. Okay. It's just like a young guy. Okay, y'all saw the picture of Teresa I showed y'all. Now, if a young man comes over there and fools with her, do you think he's fooling with her for her good looks and intelligence? No, it's her money. We're the equivalent of her over here. All you got to do is come over here. You're going to see the male version of Teresa. That's the only way I can break it down to y'all. This is you in the Philippines. But when I showed y'all that picture of Brocus Erectus, y'all got mad. Y'all said it was a black man. No, it wasn't. That's what all of us look like. This is what you look like over here to Filipinos. Okay, whether you got money or not, that's you. Okay, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. He said, "Did return in the Philippines wife leave him for another vlogger?" No, another foreigner. This is what he said. And I feel sorry for him, man, because he's a good guy. Joe is a good guy. But I'm saying, I guarantee you the man who she's chatting with is watching their channel. Yeah, she left him for another man. He said, "If you want the stunner, you better be running with the bulls." Yeah, what's love got to do with it, Dan? But we're so infatuated, we're so hell-bent on woman loving you. We invest so much time and effort and money in trying to get these women to love us when all she has to do is say, "I love you." It doesn't mean she loves you. Women in places, the women that we deal with, not all women, because women over here absolutely have it going on compared to a lot of the women in Asia. They would tell you anything and do anything to get that $200 million house or whatever it is. $50 million house. That man had a $9.5 million. I mean, he had the swimming pool in the front. He had everything. He left everything in there, I think, including the truck. I mean, it's a beautiful spread, man. I mean, he had his grounds look like a park. He's back in Texas now. He built that house in 2021. It's beautiful. He did everything right, so that way he wouldn't have a problem selling it. Because a lot of these properties over here, man, that they want all this money from, it's not worth it. Anybody that knows anything about real estate and construction and all that, they'll say, "Did you do this, this, and that?" They didn't do it. They just spent a lot of money on a big-ass house. This man did everything right. Had solar. He had everything in there. And he was able to sell it. But you know his wife was happy? She got a man that can build a... Man, do you know how much 9.5 million pesos is over here, man? It's like hitting the lottery that they got over here. That's the thing. The guys don't understand what life is really like over here. You're just watching these videos. You're not coming over here, boots on the ground, and really seeing reality. And, you know, because you're bringing that exchange calculator with you. But they about the cat's out of the bag. They know how much money we got now. You don't have to tell them. They think they know. He said, honestly, I like Malaysia. Yeah, there's a guy who I know now. We sit down and talk from time to time now. He was one of my, he wasn't really a troll, but he didn't agree with nothing I said online. And he down to shit his pants. He walked in that Seattle Brew Company one time. And I was sitting there. And it must have shocked him, man, because, and he went on and admitted, he said, yeah, I'm tour jacket. You know, like, oh, so you're a tour jacket, right? And, you know, but he's a cool guy. But he goes back and forth from Malaysia to Cebu. But I don't know, it's like he saw a ghost. He wasn't expecting to see me, you know. But he used to give me hell online, man. Anything I say, he'd shoot back again. You know, he's pushing back against it. And he walked in that door and saw me in Maryland and Cornelius Mack and his wife eating breakfast, man. It's like he saw a ghost. But now we're, you know, I consider him a friend. He's a cool-ass guy. The last time we was in Cebu, we were talking. But, yeah, he goes to Malaysia. Yeah, he said the U.S. preaching to other countries about human rights, yet they ship unlimited weapons to apartheid Israel and every other thing that they're doing. This is what, you know, as you get older and you start understanding it, it's real disappointing, man. No matter, you know, people like, oh, don't talk about, well, hell, I'm voting. I can talk about whatever I want to. Politics encompasses everything anyway. Who, what, when, where, why, how much. It's all politics. So why can't I talk about it? I don't like that policy. I don't like that imperialism attitude that the United States has. You know, that colonialism. They've got that. And Israel is the last bastion of colonialism left. And they're going to back it 1,000%. But they'll tell you that what you're seeing is not what you're seeing. That's what gets me. I don't look at the media, man, and listen to them State Department officials, man. It'll piss you off. Like, man, people aren't stupid. And then you got scholars who go over there who come back and report, and they'll tell them they're crazy. They want you to think these people are crazy. These are scholars, man, writers and authors and everything, professors, experts on what's going on over there. But guess who they never ask? They never ask the Palestinian. They never get his side of the story. But they want you to think you're stupid. He said, I'm going to say that every time he shows her picture, yeah. But that's who we are, Thomas, over here. I'm not putting her down. That's just a dose of reality to guys who think that they're really coming over doing something. I'm so sick of watching videos of guys, really, they boasting, look at my wife, look how beautiful she is. But look at you. The last time you looked in the mirror, man, you know a woman ain't with you because of your looks, because you work out 3 or 4 times a week. It's not why she's with you. Later on down the line, is she going to love you like I love Curly? I like somebody loves their grandfather. He said, tell us the wisest quote you know, which everyone could use now. It's all about conditional love over here. Our love in the fast lane will get you nowhere fast over here in the Philippines. There's more to do in the Philippines than, there's more to be concerned about than money. Than women over here. The unspoken agreement is in effect here. Okay, you're only fooling yourself. Yeah, more than the lottery in the Philippines. It is, man. But we think that women aren't watching, they're not looking around, they're not watching, that they want that same treatment. That's why, man, you get some unreasonable requests from some women over here online. The minute they meet you, they start asking you for money and stuff, man. It's crazy. But that's why. They got the memo how easy we are with letting our money go. Don't let them suck your dick. Are you done? Some of these guys, man, they so dry as a bone. I don't know the name. No, that's not the name of Big Love. He said Cal was Wimmer, the name of his wife. No, it's I can't think of the man's name. His name is Joe. I think it's JM or something. He tells the story. I'm not telling you anything that he's not telling you. He said she left him for another man who's making promises to her about more money and everything. And then you see how he lives. He's building a house, but it's just a regular house that, it don't look too much different than the house she grew up in. But it's all about money. He's saying that. He said he loves her. He said once the man gets over here and empties his sack, basically what he's saying, and realizes, all the beautiful women over here, he's not going to be with a woman with 3 kids. This is what he's trying to convince her. But the point is she left him, man. And, it happens more. It's not just him. He's just honest enough to share it with you on his channel, hoping it can help somebody. It's not going to help anybody. How many stories is like that over here? And worse. Okay, look at the Armstrong case. They was together 5 years. That's nothing, man, for all that both of them got to go through and put themselves through. It's not worth it, man. But they don't, because we don't know the people you're marrying. That script is the same. He said, what do you think about the oversaturated amount of people calling themselves YouTubers in Thailand and telling people to leave their 9 to 5? It's just something that's just a choice that they make. If you're fortunate enough that your YouTube channel gets traction and you're able to travel the world like some of these YouTubers are doing that you're talking about, why not? But I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. Timing is everything. You better be talking about something. You better be able to share a little bit of your life with people, or you ain't got nothing coming, man. You can sit there and make them same old tired-ass videos over and over like some people are doing and make the woman the focus, because the armchair bros and the barbershop bros, they're financing everything on YouTube anyway. The people who actually come over here, they don't watch the stuff when they get over here. They don't watch my channel. They don't watch anybody's channel. They're boots on the ground. That now they're going to start weighing up what they heard and what they're experiencing. And they're just going to enjoy. It's no longer fantasy anymore. It's reality. But for 80 to 90% of the people watching me, it's all fantasy. They're never coming here. They're never going to have the courage. They don't have the resources. They don't have the courage or the resources. They're going to work for Ford and all those places, demand for 40 years. They never come to the Philippines. But they're the ones who are financing everything. So if you find your niche and you're able to do it, which a lot of men and women, by the way, in Southeast Asia have been able to do, but for everyone that makes it over here, man, 1,000, maybe 10,000 don't make it. You never see them. The only reason you'll see them is if YouTube puts them out there. You're not going to go, and you're not going to find them on your own. That's how people find me. That's how they found me in the beginning. So I help any YouTuber. Paul was like, man, thank you for helping me. I was like, dude, I can only send them to you. I can't keep them. You got to keep them. You better be talking about something. But yeah, that's their choice. Yeah, he said the world police. It's the hypocrisy, though. That's all I'm saying. they're trying, there was times, man, because history matters to me. When America was preaching democracy, when their citizens were not even, they didn't even have equal rights for their citizens in America. And they're going around the world preaching democracy and equal rights and all that foolishness. They still do it today. He said, yeah, there is no democracy. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Kansas City 24, Tampa Bay 17. Yeah. Just some more distraction, wrong, Ross. They'll have you arguing about who's the GOAT and, who's going to win the Super Bowl and all that. All that celebrating that Kansas City Chiefs fans do. They better enjoy it because it's going to come to a screeching halt pretty soon, and they're not going to be able to win another damn game. You watch what I tell you. Every dynasty does that. They sell everything. They get rid of all the players. Kelsey will be gone, And that's the thing about sports. You can't get too locked into it because the minute the season's over with, everything starts anew. It's like, well, I don't care what you did. It's crazy, right? It's to keep you watching. I thought we were the champions. Yeah, it was last year. Now you got to buy more tickets. Keep coming to the games. But they'll tell you, all these YouTubers are talking about the same thing over and over. Well, them football players are doing the same thing over and over, dummy. It's the same thing. You watching them games over and over, it's nothing different. They get 4 downs to make 10 yards. Then they got to go 100 yards to score the touchdown or kick the field goal. It's the same thing. And you watch it every week as if something new you're going to see. They just change faces. But it's the same rules and everything. The principle hasn't changed. It's the same. Whoever scores the most points in 4 quarters wins the game. And then you got the playoffs, and then the Super Bowl champion, then it starts all over again. It's not like, next season we're going to play without helmets or something, give you something real, mix it up real good. We're going to, you got to catch when you catch the ball, you got to jump over the people backwards. Like, Shaquan Barkley did. It's nothing like that. It's the same. Over and over and over. I can't even watch basketball anymore. It's too boring. I really can't watch basketball. Socrates says, I have chosen the least of the evil. Hell. That's not even, they said, we're tired of that. The lesser of two evils. It's still evil, but people don't want that anymore. They don't want that anymore. He said his own wife was spare and short. His disciples were amazed he should pick a woman like that. I don't know about old dog. I know he hasn't been on. We wish him the best, man, for recovery. We need channels like his, man. We need more expat channels. There's too many adventure channels. There's too many travel channels. We need people who are really living over here and telling y'all what it's really like. I saw a good video the other day by Greg and Wilma. Nobody's going to watch it. They talk about, do you get bored over here? Yeah, you can get bored over here if you don't watch out. But nobody plans for that. All we're planning for is a woman. That shit gets old, man. That shit gets real old. Okay? But that's all y'all plan for is a woman. You don't plan for nothing else. What am I going to do when I meet the woman? Where am I going to live? How am I going to spend my time? How am I going to spend my money? Gerald Stillpock says, America should not dare ever have a pure democracy here, but promote it everywhere else, yeah, and imposed it on Iraq. And they're still broken. Tyranny of the majority. Yeah, that's really what it is. You voting tonight, but you really don't have any say-so in federal government. It's mostly state. We're worried about this, but Nobody watching this right now can name 3 members of your city council, 3 members of your school board. You probably don't know who your state representatives are. You probably know who your governor is, but that's about it. But we're worried about something way up there. Trump, and it's just bragging rights, really. It's like a football game. We want to know who's going to win. If people are cheering for Trump, they're cheering for Kamala Harris like it's a game, a basketball game or something. It's not going to benefit you one way or the other. Yeah, you can wear your MAGA hat or whatever it is. What is Kamala Harris? I don't even know her slogan. What is her slogan? They all have them. What was Obama's? You probably don't remember. It's been so long ago because we really don't care. But Trump's is make America great again. So they can wear those hats and nobody, now that if he wins, people aren't going to be able to say anything to him. They're not going to be out of place anymore. YouTube's going to be just covered with these people that's going to come out of the woodwork and talk about how Trump's going to change not only America, but change the world. He's going to pick up where he left off 4 years ago of doing nothing. Okay, and Kamala Harris is just going to continue that same old bullshit that Biden did, that Obama did. I'm not excited about it. I'm not 10 years old anymore. No, we're not saying that America's bad. Izzy and Chris. See, these are the guys who, I'm a bigger patriot than you. There's something called free speech, Izzy and Chris. Here's what he says. Oh, you guys say how America's bad, that bad, this, yet all y'all checks are in the USD. Yeah, because we earned them too. America ain't gave me nothing, dude. And I had no choice on where I was born, where that wheel of life stopped. So stop with that foolishness, okay? You don't think I can criticize and demand battle for my country? What I look like? What, we under dictatorship or something? Foolish. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Damn it, I serve my country. I work for man. I don't know about you. America, I don't know America shit. Okay? Think I'm just supposed to sit around and watch that shit? No, I'm not. You can be a damn robot if you want to. Crazy. That's why shit don't get done. Because of people like you, you don't demand better. You think if I'm a slave, I'm going to sit around and I'm not going to say something, or if I'm against slavery? Because I care about what's going on in the world, not just in America, because you're not getting all the story. You're not getting all the facts, Izzy and Chris. You still think America's the greatest country in the world. They're the biggest purveyors of violence that's ever existed. Just because you talk truth don't mean I don't hate them. That's facts. They're the biggest terrorists on the planet. Take that to the bank. Yeah, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm supposed to just sit around and don't voice my opinion or nothing. Just go along with it. Because my check, well, I work for that check. Okay? It's not like I'm getting food stamps. My Social Security, if I decide to get it next year, I work for that. I earn that. Come on here. Like, I'm a bigger patriot than you. A lot of you are just scared to even join the service. But y'all supposed to be such patriots. You don't care. He said, old dog was trying to quit smoking, bad side effects. I don't know, man. I just know that I wish him a speedy recovery. That's all, But for people who they always get on here and say that. Like we're not supposed to say anything. That's what you vote for. We're supposed to have some say so, but we don't. No. He said, have you heard of a foreign man being the one getting paid from a woman in Southeast Asia? Flipping the script. Well, I'm pretty sure it may happen, but you have to understand, Palin, the women that we deal with, they don't have any money. Their families don't have any money. Their friends don't have any money. Nobody has any money. So if you got some guy over here saying, oh, yeah, she's paying me, that's not true. She's paying the family. The biggest aspect of Filipino culture is their family. They're not studying you. You don't even count. Man, it's foolishness. No, man, I'm not painting all women over here with that brush. I'm talking about the women you're meeting on that dating site. They're on that dating site for a reason. But thank y'all so much, man. Go out and vote, man. Hey, boo-boo. What's in there to eat? You make my pancakes yet? Not yet. Okay.
But this is if you want.
No, I don't want that. I want pancakes. He says, if we get older, politics start to matter more. When we fight, we win. Okay, when we fight, we win is her slogan. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're more wiser, Thomas. When you're so distracted when you're younger. Work, family, bills, sports, entertainment, all that. But then as you get older and a lot of them chains start being broken and you can look around and move around, it's like, man, I really don't like what's going on over in Cuba. I don't like our policy over there. I really don't like that, man. I really don't like that because I know it's black people being affected over there, brown people. What do you got to say about that, Izzy and Chris? I'm supposed to just sit around and watch that in this Christian nation, just killing babies. They can't even get their medicine over there. I was dating a woman from Cuba, man. I know what I'm talking about. If you know anybody in Cuba and you go to Western Union, you can't even just send money to Cuba. They send you through the damn ringer. You can't just go there and, oh, here I'm sending to such and such. They put you through the ringer to do that. And ain't nothing changed. People's lives just got miserable and worse and worse and worse over there. It's worse over there than it is here. And they're 90 miles away from the United States coast.
Delivery.
Okay, that's your stuff. Get it out of there. That's what they said. It seems like the closer the country is to the United States, the worse they treat you.
1,779.
700?
Huh? It's 200 probably. Go.
200.
See what that is. Just take it. Yeah, it's 1,289.
No, 79.
79, yeah. That's all I'm saying. The whole world, Izzy and Chris, said stop the embargo. But the United States and Israel said, no, in the United States, because we're the big bullies of the world, we got that big-ass military and the dollar that we're pushing people around. We say, and no, we're not going to stop it, and you better not cross that embargo, because if you do, we're not going to do business with you, and we're going to tell the rest of the world not to do any business with you. And is that something that a Christian would do? Knowing that it's the babies, it's the innocent people that's being affected over there? Don't get me started. Y'all get on my nerves with that shit, man. But thank y'all so much for all your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. I'm going to keep on bringing the nitty gritty. Okay? No matter where I am. If you don't like it, keep scrolling. But don't come on here with that bullshit, man. This is real life. So take care. Stay safe. There's no updates on Elliot Eastman, man. As bad as I want to have an update, unless anybody else has an update before I get off here, they've knocked him off the front page. Anybody that's making a video about him, I salute you because you're keeping his name fresh. You won't let people forget him. But there's no updates, guys. But I can tell you this. Now that they raised that reward to $500,000, it's going to break the case. It's a lot of money over here, 500,000 pesos. They're going to start talking about what they seen. Okay? Come on, man. Eastman's already found. When did they find him dead, guys? The 3 suspects that they got were the people who go around pointing out foreigners for the bad guys. They weren't the actual people who kidnapped him. Okay? Take care, y'all.